Welcome to This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Bryan Nale, your local experts on all things real estate in Middle Tennessee. Listen in as they discuss the current state of the market, the latest trends, and have a little fun while doing it. We do want to say the opinions voiced on this podcast are for general information only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individuals. All right, y'all, we're back with a special Thanksgiving edition of This Week in Real Estate. Well, we're putting the thanks right there in Thanksgiving.
Woo-woo.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right there.
Right there. Right there.
Right there in your turkey.
Right there in it.
Yeah, that's right. So Bryan is out of town visiting family. And so we decided to do something just a little bit different this week. Timeliness and all of that kind of stuff. And Missy jumped from behind the camera over here to be on the episode. Trent is going to be included a little more, although I couldn't convince him to get behind the camera. He said something about having to push buttons or whatever, but half the time I look over there and he's just sitting on his phone. But ananyway,
Fake news.
Pushing buttons on his phone.
Yeah, bless his heart.
You gotta do both.
But anyways, so I don't know how many of you that I don't know how many people even watch this. All four of you that watch this episode or watch this.
Hi, Jonathan's
podcast.
mom.
Yeah, she doesn't even watch it. Are you
Oh,
kidding?
my God.
Neither does my wife.
My mom.
Yeah. Trent's mom watches it. Hi, Miss Amy.
Mama Denton.
Love you, mean it for
That's
sure.
right there.
Your mom is maybe the sweetest human being on the planet.
She's good as gold for sure.
Yes, she is. I would say she's worth her weight in gold, but
She's
she don't
worth
weigh
more
very
than her
much.
weight.
she's worth way more than her
She's
weight.
worth 4 times her weight in gold.
Yeah, no doubt. But anyway, super sweet. And so this past weekend, spent some time with family up in Pigeon Forge, and got to doing the whole like, what are you thankful for thing, and I actually think about gratefulness and gratitude and all of that kind of stuff decently often. It's I don't know why. It's not a personal brag. It's just something that's always on my mind, right?
That's good.
Like I look around and I'm not special, and yet there's lots of things around me that are special.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
And so I don't know. I just have an eye for that, and I just think about that a lot. And so I wrote this email. Every Monday I send an email out, and occasionally, very occasionally, it has something to do with real estate. But usually it doesn't. And sometimes it's thought provoking. Sometimes it's a little annoying, and sometimes it's just a
Brilliant.
bunch of random musings.
Random musings.
Rarely is it brilliant. But sometimes it speaks to some folks, and this one just happened to be on my mind. And Missy, I sent it to Missy. Missy looks over it, makes sure I'm not a complete idiot, and then sends it out. So, by the way, shameless plug: if you don't receive that email and you would like to, every Monday, send us a direct message, and we'll get you added to that list. But this one, kind of the backstory. There's this great knife shop up in Sevierville that you pass by to go to Pigeon Forge, and probably twice a year, 3 times a year, I'll stop and get my pocket knife sharpened. This time I took my kitchen knives, my good ones, a couple years back. My wife bought me, she was my girlfriend at the time, but she bought me a set of Wusthof kitchen knives. Ooh. Good brand. There was the cheap set, right? But it was like $350 for a full set of kitchen knives in a block. And I use them all the time.
Yep.
And I love to cook. And my favorite knife, I brought it, so don't be alarmed. This is not like American Psycho.
Don't worry for my safety.
That's right. Missy is fine.
Missy's safe.
So this is my chef's knife. This is my favorite knife.
Yeah.
I use it to cut everything, from carrots and potatoes to meat to you name it. This is my favorite knife. Even chopping
Broccoli.
Whatever, or
Broccoli.
Sure.
Shoving
or,
broccoli.
No. The spices, like dicing up
thyme,
spices.
basil,
Yeah. I use it for everything. And since I use it for everything, even the best knives get dull. And it had gotten dull, so I took it up there and got it sharp. Well, fast forward about 12 hours later, and I'm inside the little cabin, and these were sitting out in my in my trunk, and I pull the knife out of the knife block in the Airbnb,
Oh, there's the worst.
and I go
They're
cut a
always
potato,
the
and I'm
worst.
like, it just won't go.
Where's
Like
the-
it will not go through the potato.
Where's the butter knife?
I would have done better with a spoon, honestly, right? And so I'm like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this. So I go out to the car, I get into my knife block, I get my chef's knife, and I bring it in, and I'm just like, whew, and it is so sharp,
So smooth.
like it was so sharp,
Yeah.
And it just got me thinking, like, man, I am really thankful for the knife, and then for the guy at the Knife Works that sharpened it for me.
Sure.
And that led to another thought, like, man, how incredibly blessed am I that I can actually spend time. I have the luxury of spending time to think about how blessed I am to have a sharp knife.
Sure.
Not blessed enough to have a knife,
Yeah.
period, or running water, clean
Or
running
food
water.
to cut the knife.
Yeah.
Use the knife with.
Yeah, or medical care if I happen to cut myself with the knife, right?
Yeah.
Or electricity to have the lights on so I can see what I'm cutting with the knife, right? Like I go all the way to, life is so good because I have a freshly sharpened knife.
Sure.
And I'm like, man, that's luxury, y'all.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wrote my email about, right? Is all of the things that we have that they're so mundane and they're so
Common.
taken for granted,
Sure.
right? And that's almost a cliche anymore, you know? But like, just think about that for a second. All the things that we have, and it's easy when we list the things we're thankful for to be thankful for your family. Okay,
Sure.
And I am. Don't misunderstand me, but that's an easy one, right? That's a softball at best,
Sure.
right? Or, you know, my country, or, you know, my car or my house, right? These are so easy to think about.
Right.
So I wanted to spend some time, and I invited Trent and Missy to participate in this, to deal for a minute in the mundane, right? Live in the mundane, but then that's where the profound stuff can come out of, right? So I listed a few things in my email, and I'll mention a couple of those just to get everybody going. But I'm going to throw a couple out, and then y'all just start talking. Tell me some things that you, like, they're not the normal things that you would list in things that you're thankful for, right?
Sure.
All right, so I'm thankful that one of my biggest decisions of the day is where to get my coffee. Am I going to brew it myself? Am I going to go to Brass Horn or Joni's? Or am I in a hurry and I'm going to drive through Starbucks?
Or Just Love.
Or Just Love?
Sure.
Or, I mean, think about that, man. I could go to McDonald's. I could stop at a gas station.
Sure.
You know, I could come onto the office. I have a coffee maker here at Cedar Glade.
Yeah.
Like, dude, think about that for a second. It's just freaking coffee.
You got options.
So many options.
Yeah.
So many options, including do it yourself.
Sure.
You know, this one, it's not quite as mundane, but I have Christian friends. I have Muslim friends. I have atheist friends.
Sure.
I have agnostic friends. I have earth worshiping, like pagan type friends. And I can call any of them, all of them, and sit down and have coffee together at the same time with all of them.
That's something to be very grateful for.
That's really
Man, think about how deep that goes.
That's
Yeah.
deep.
Like you can't do that in every country,
No.
you know? And even
And
within
most people won't.
even within this country, you can't pull it off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that. Good people and you know, I can be the common theme within those people, and they'll all come and we'll sit down and have a conversation.
Sure.
That's wonderful.
That is wonderful.
All right.
Next time, will you invite me?
Yeah, no doubt. I put in my email, I'm thankful to have enough clothing to not worry about temperature fluctuations. Well, I got a prop for that. Okay.
Oh, no.
You see this shirt?
Yes.
I love this shirt. Okay. This is one of my favorite shirts.
It's a soft t-shirt hoodie.
And it's
Button up,
not. It's like this other
quarter.
kind of stretchy material, and it's loose, and it's got a pocket, and it's got a hood. I love this shirt. Okay. My wife hates this shirt. Like she
Did
has
she wear it too much?
begged, and she just hates it. She doesn't like the color. She doesn't think it looks good. She says it's slouchy. Like
Slouchy.
if I got rid of this shirt on my own free will and came in, she would hug me and kiss me. She would be like, "Thank you so much for getting rid of
I
it."
never have to see that again.
And I love this shirt. But think about the luxury of that for a second.
Sure.
Right? That I have enough of a wardrobe to stay married. and keep my favorite shirt that she hates. Like, that's awesome. Like, I don't have to wear this shirt, even though I would be very sad if it was gone.
Yeah. Or in my case, I have 4 totes full of winter clothes that I have to change my wardrobe out for.
That's a blessing.
That's a huge blessing.
And yeah, okay.
And 2 of them are sweatpants, just going to say.
2 whole totes of sweatpants. Good gracious, Miss.
And sweatshirts. Sweatpants and
Talk
sweatshirts.
about slouchy. But
Sorry, Lacey.
yeah. And the last one I'm going to say, and I want you guys to start.
Those are good though.
I'm thankful that the sandwich shop might I'm reading it, okay? Might accidentally put too much mayo on my sandwich or leave off the pickles. I'm thankful for that. Because at least there is a sandwich shop that happens to have too much mayo that they can put on my sandwich and pickles that they can leave off of my sandwich. Like, think about that for a second. And there's people that are doing it, and they're willing to fix it if I go up and gripe about it. Y'all, that's as weird as that sounds, that's a blessing.
Yeah. Wow.
Those are good.
And they have chocolate covered bacon. I mean, that's the weirdest thing in the world to be grateful for, but hey!
Until you've had it, and then you're like, oh, this is a blessing. Yeah. All right, so y'all start in there.
You want to go first, Missy?
Yeah, I mean, I think I speak for a lot of the feminine people in the world to say I love dry shampoo. I'm so grateful for dry shampoo and to not have to wash my hair every single day and dry it. It sounds stupid, but it takes so much energy to dry your hair.
There's
it
so
just
much
does.
work.
It
we
does.
got it made, Jonathan.
You do. You
All
guys
right.
have no clue.
Okay, hang on a second. I'm ignorant here. What the crap is dry shampoo?
Well, actually, it's like this compressurized like cornstarch, essentially. And you spray it onto your hair, and it soaks up the grease so that it looks like a fresh, like you just...
And then do you like comb it out?
Yeah, you just brush it out and then style it as usual. And I saw a TikTok the other day where it was asking ladies who work in a salon, like, how often do you wash your hair? And they were like, once a week. I was like, what? Like, I feel like I have to wash my hair every other day, sometimes every day, depending on how greasy I've gotten. Because I do a lot of, I have my hands in my hair a lot. That's the problem. I have my hands in my hair a lot. So it's just this pressurized spray, and there's like 5 million different brands, and I have a favorite brand, and I'm so
you can find your favorite brand.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? So like add the blessings on here.
Yeah.
Right?
And you know, when money's tight, Walmart's brand can make it happen. You know, it's one of those that like, all right, we're just going to get through it this month. And
because it's so much effort to wash your hair every day, but you have the option to wash your hair every day, right? Like take it to its end
and
here.
I've also found that I can condition my hair to not need to be washed. And then a lot of people would say dry shampooed, unwashed hair styles better. So like it has its like saving grace and also its bonuses. So like just this tiny, you know, and I even had my buddy Cutter was like, you know, it's just cornstarch, right? I'm like, yeah, but I can't scrub my hair enough to get cornstarch out of my hair. This one's special.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Trent?
I would put Racetrack on Medical Center Parkway.
All right.
Because I stopped there at least twice.
By the tire discounters? Like right before the...
Or wait, is it Racetracks? The one
I don't know
like right across from Cajun Steamer.
Oh!
That's a newer one, yeah.
That's my go-to. I get my like...
Right by the donut place, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Krispy Kreme. Yeah. That's right.
All right, so stretch that for a second.
Yeah.
He mentions
it's like
that.
every day.
He mentions that place, and we have to clarify which one.
Yeah, which one is that good?
That one is so special.
That one's my favorite. I love it.
But you have the ability to have a favorite one.
I know.
What do you love most about it though? Like what?
Just like Sometimes you get the pizza and you can get a whole extra slice of pizza for $1. That's a
Ooh.
deal.
Their breakfast pizza is delicious.
It is.
so
That's
good.
a good little.
I didn't know this was a thing.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Oh, my
then
gosh.
they always have a great assortment of energy drinks and water. And sometimes I'll get like a Pedialyte for a little extra hydration.
There you go.
And then I just love it. I love stopping in there on the way over here. It's like clockwork. I pull in there more times than not when I drive by it.
Nice.
It's weird.
It's like
So-
magnetic.
Yeah, I'm
It's like,
like,
I gotta go.
I wonder
It's your sirens, Trent. Trent.
yeah, literally.
Trent.
Get your Alani right here.
Yeah, literally. Yeah,
So-
that's a good one.
One of the things that I teach my kids, and it's just kind of a I don't know, just a tenet of my life, I guess, is that wealth is not evil, and there's a lot of folks that think that wealth is. But what wealth gives you, it doesn't buy happiness, right? But what it does give you is it gives you options.
Options.
That's the number one thing that wealth gives you is options. You know, do I want to invest this way, or this way? Do I want to go to on vacation here, or here? Do I want to live in this house, or this house? This city, or this city?
Yeah.
And even if you're not by American standards wealthy, think about
We're
if
loaded.
it gives you options.
Yep.
Okay. Think about how wealthy our country is because of the options that you have. We just talked about gas station options.
Sure.
We just talked about hair
Dry
care
shampoo,
options,
yeah.
dry shampoo, cornstarch, wet shampoo, whatever the
Options.
crap else. I mean, options on top of options on top of options. You know, if I go to the store, if I need to get basic hygiene products, how many choices of toilet paper do I have? I mean, options.
Yeah.
Options
Yeah.
all the time.
I even learned from it was a great speaker. It was Malikia Franklin actually, and she talked about
Big fan.
like looking down the aisle of hair care and how there's this tiny little section for African American hair, and I've personally seen that grow. Like there's a couple of stores. A CVS comes to mind. There's a whole row, and I was just like, man, we're getting there. We're so close.
Yeah.
Everybody gets the options. Yeah.
Options.
Yeah,
So
and then
many options.
and wealth to me is also relative because I literally read this morning. MIT is giving free tuition to anyone whose household income is less than $200,000.
What?
That's like 70% of America
Yeah.
Or more.
or more.
Or more.
Or more, right? 70%. Texas, the University of Texas system, less than 150,000, less than 100,000. Carnegie
You
Mellon
can
set
do
less
any
than
of them? Any of their
any University of Texas system. Yes.
any of their curriculum?
Yes.
What?
Is that just for Texas residents?
I don't.
I bet it is
It
for a
might
state
be.
school.
It might be.
But still,
yeah.
yeah.
But
Man,
for
think
me,
about
for them,
that.
like, oh, MIT's like, you poor people, less than 200,000. So, I mean,
dude,
Yeah.
there are
Get a computer science
cities,
degree, dude.
There are cities in this world where entire populations don't have incomes
Sure.
of 200,000
Sure.
American
Absolutely.
dollars.
Sure.
Like think about that for a second.
yeah,
Yeah, that's wild.
yeah. So,
Options.
so
many
wealth
options.
to me, yeah, that's.
All right, what else? What else you got?
I I put sweatpants.
That's a good one.
All
Comfy clothes.
Let's
yes.
talk. Let's talk
Hoodies.
comfy clothes. Go for it.
Comfy
Hoodies.
clothes.
Dig
Yeah.
deep on this one.
I got. This,
There's just
I love
some,
this hoodie.
to me, it's like comfort and warmth. Like I can wear leggings and they'll keep me kind of warm, but they're not as comfortable. So like putting on a pair of loose sweatpants, knowing that I'm not going to get cold. You know, I can put on my slippers in the house and my toes don't get cold. Like just comfort and warmth to me, especially when you live with someone who keeps it at like 60 degrees. Like that's like, I can add layers and be okay. And sweatpants are just easiest. So I love it. They're very comfy and warm.
And you have the ability to have all this 2 totes full
That's
of
right.
sweatpants. if
2
you want
toes
to.
full of sweatpants.
You
I
could
have so
have-
many sweatshirts.
You could have 10 totes if you wanted.
This is locally made.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
and,
I mean,
and Michael Shirley won't get mad at that one.
no,
No,
it is.
there's no
just thank
TriStar
you, Michael
trouble on that
Shirley.
one.
Ta-da!
Yeah.
That's right. What is the deal? It has to be. What's?
Oh gosh,
Can we clarify
it's
that?
2,
It's 2
3.
up.
Is it 2?
2 up, 1 down, but they're off just a little.
It's like 2, 6, and 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is that the rule?
I think that's it.
That makes
Correct
sense.
us if we're wrong, Michael. So,
Yeah.
and if you haven't ever witnessed it, Michael Shirley posts
he'll
on Facebook,
flag
shames
'em.
people all the time,
Flag
calls it
'em all.
TriStar trouble.
Yeah, he's got his kiddo and too, his younger son. He like went to as an MTSU and he like went to them at the game and was like, "Hey, it's upside down," and they looked at him like he was crazy.
Yeah, but he's right.
He's so right.
Yeah.
There's a right way and a wrong way, folks.
That's right. Learn it.
Yeah.
And yet again, there's a blessing
got
Yeah,
options.
that
and
we
it's-
have
and
the
it's-
ability to spend time on which way the flag is flying.
And it's on a comfy sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And it's a comfy sweatshirt.
Okay. What else we got? How about this one? How about we just got through a contentious election, right? And it was not fun.
No.
Okay. And you may or may not like the outcome, right? But no one died. Like, think about that for a second.
That we know.
I mean, like, there was not riots necessarily in the streets. You know, there were some protests and stuff like that, and that's fine. But, like, it's not civil unrest. Do you know? Like, you go to
So yeah, never mind. Go ahead.
you go to lots of other countries, and you have an election, and it's contested for weeks and months.
Ours was 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yes, I
We
get that.
experienced that.
But this time, it was
We
not.
didn't.
It was not.
And
And
that was
so
kind of-
that's good.
It's probably a good thing he won because there might not have been the same.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there would have been a whole nother.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we live in a country where that's just not, like, even that situation is just not, like, it's just not okay, you know? And anyway, but in other places, every single time,
Yeah.
people get even more anxious
sure.
about elections.
Oh my gosh, did you see? Was it New Zealand? Like in Parliament, like this girl started there. What's it called? The hoka,
Oh yeah. I
the
saw that.
dance,
Yeah,
Haka.
yeah, yeah.
the haka dance, and she was like, like they just had the ability to just protest right there in the middle of Parliament, and they like and she just like rips this paper, and the whole like half the room just starts going into this haka,
Yes.
and then other people are just like rolling their eyes and stuff, and I was like, but that's such like what a blessing to be able to like express yourself. Like I want to be able to do that. We should make our own haka,
Let's go.
It's
our
possible.
little southern,
And you'd be
haka.
allowed to do it. It would
Man.
involve eating a chicken leg.
It would- with ranch.
With ranch for sure.
There you go.
That's a good
Condiments,
one.
ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
How
All
many
the
condiments?
sauces.
Not only that, but your
Hot
favorite
sauce.
kind of ranch.
Hot sauce. Just hot
Yeah,
sauce.
there's so
period.
many. I like
Yeah.
the homemade kind that you make yourself with
Oh,
the
sure.
like the little packets and put
Yeah.
the buttermilk or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So
Hot sauce is on my list.
hot sauce,
All the
like
varieties.
900 million
All-
different
all the
hot sauces.
varieties.
And what a blessing it is that I never buy any, so Trent can have even more.
Yeah, that's even better.
We went to
That's
we
definitely
went to
on
Iceland this past summer, and an Icelandic hot dog is a thing. Like, it's a thing, and they are part mutton and part beef, right?
Okay.
What's
Sheep,
Oh,
mutton,
Yep.
sheep.
So the hot dog itself is pretty good, right? But they love sauces more than anybody I've ever
Love
seen
it.
in my life in Iceland. They have bottles sitting there. And so every hot dog has remoulade and ketchup and no, not ketchup. Right, see, what was it? Remoulade, mustard. There's like 5 sauces on every hot dog.
Oh man.
And then they sprinkle it with like the deep fried onion,
oh,
the crispy onions.
oh my.
That sounds fire.
Dude, barbecue sauce is on there.
Oh, wow.
There's all kinds of sauces. It's, just,
Oh my gosh.
Support that.
it's pretty amazing.
I'm typically not a sauce person, but now I'm intrigued.
You would on this, but you need a napkin.
Oh, okay.
And don't wear your favorite sweatshirt.
Yeah. Or in Lacey's case, please wear that shirt.
She's
At least
like,
he says where's
you
that
didn't
one?
bring it.
Where
There
that
is
Ruined it right here.
somewhere, I don't remember where it is. There is a spot of bleach on it. And I'm like, oh no. And then now I can't find it. But anyway, I'm like, I'm wearing it anyway.
Lacey can see it in her mind.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
All right, what else you guys got? How about this one? I'm thankful that I live in a place where entire TV networks can be devoted to cartoons or game shows
sure.
or sports recaps.
Or comedy.
They don't always have to be broadcasting warnings and news to keep us safe.
I love that.
We can occupy our time with very, very trivial things.
Yes. Big fan of that.
I mean, me too, but
Yay!
how
We
about,
can waste our time so good.
well, we have the luxury of being able to waste our time.
That's
We
fair.
do. We do. That is very true. Speaking of waste of time, I wrote down baseball. And everybody likes to say, oh, baseball's so boring. I get it. It's for smart people. It's all right. It's not for everybody. To me, it is such a metaphor for life. It is such a chess match to me. And like, just for me, like, I have so many memories with my dad from baseball. Like my dad made this really oversized, like big comfy couch chair that we would sit in together and watch baseball. And then like I got to meet Dale Murphy, and like my daughter had to translate to him that he meant so much to me and my dad. And like hearing stories like Freddie Freeman, who had lost his mom at a young age, could have lost his dad, and now he's like World Series MVP. And then my favorite is when rookies get their first home runs.
Love that.
Like the dugout tries to keep them humble. Like they'll come in the dugout and be like, hey, hey, and everybody's just like not paying attention. They're like, whatever, Rook, whatever. And then they like jump him. Yeah. Shohei Ohtani is one of my favorites. He comes in, he's like, hey, oh, I'm just going to high five the air. And then they just jump him. So like there's so many just fun memories. And you can say that about any sport that you love.
Sure.
But for me, baseball is like, so like it's, everybody knows. Like, I'm not counting down till Christmas. I'm counting down till opening day.
Yep, I do
Pitchers
know
and
that about
catchers
you.
report. You know, like when does baseball come back? And when the day after the World Series, Missy wears black. I'm in mourning. It just is.
That's right.
We had the fortune of going to opening day at Wrigley Field last
wow.
year or 2 years ago. Last year, I don't know. Correct me, whenever it was, Lizzie. But 2 years ago, I guess it was. And
I bet that was awesome.
that was something.
I did. My family did it for me for Atlanta, and Kayce had a walk-off home run. Like, it could not have been a better opening day for a big Braves fan.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get it. But, gosh,
Wrigley's
baseball
legendary.
royalty, Wrigley.
Yeah.
Do you guys know?
Fenway.
And our seats were terrible. They were way, way, way. And we were behind a post, and I mean, you know, the whole thing. But it was awesome, right? Because we were there.
You were there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
did
we
they
were
do a
there.
parade and, like, anything fun? Or
It was a big party outside before
Sure.
the game.
I'm sure it is in Chicago
and-
all the time.
Well, and then the street right there, I can't remember the name of it, the one that runs out of the stadium, and there's all the bars and stuff down
Oh,
there.
yeah.
It was a madhouse. It was an absolute madhouse, but it was
I
it
can
was incredible.
imagine. Yeah.
Do you know? You guys probably do know this, that when ranking single activities within sports, right? Throwing a football, throwing a baseball, hitting a golf ball, you know, slap shot in hockey, blah 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 blah. Like pick a single task within all sports that the hardest
Science says
is hitting a
Curveball.
baseball
hitting a round ball with a round bat.
at
Oh, yeah.
100 whatever miles an hour.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
That's
it. That's the
impossible.
hardest one.
And and you can even watch, there's a million videos, but you can watch a softball pitcher pitching to a baseball hitter,
Oh, they're just smoking them.
and it has to do with the angle.
Yeah, one's
And
going up, one's going down.
Yeah, one's coming up at you, one's coming down,
Yeah.
one's coming further away, and
Right.
like literally watch the videos. They're hilarious.
Well, and the size, this because when a baseball's coming at you, you don't see this. You see
A dot.
that.
Yeah.
Because of the way that your eyes work, you know, perspective and everything.
Yeah.
So it's a different size.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a different color.
My favorite is when the announcers go like, "Well, that was an excuse me swing. That was like I just had to get a bat on it," and then that's like a home run. Like it's like, just do what you can to get a bat on it, whatever you got to do. So yeah, it's incredibly scientific. It's hard.
Hey, I'll say this. I've seen a lot of baseball players not be able to hit a straight drive.
John Smoltz would disagree, but
they can hit it a mile, but it is going dead right.
yes, that is so true. It is
Every
such a different swing. That's
Yeah.
fun to watch, though. Yeah, and it's funny because I literally just said it, John Smoltz, and what does
And
he
John
do?
Smoltz is
He's
like-
a pitcher.
Yeah,
He doesn't hit.
He doesn't hit. Yeah, and he's like a
Greg
scratch
Maddox
golfer.
doesn't hit. Yeah,
Scratch
all of
golfers,
them.
Yeah,
That's funny.
that is.
All right. Other things that we're thankful for. Some other.
Man, I had Bloomfield. I love Bloomfield. Have
All
you
right,
ever
tell us
been
more.
over there? It's
I've
such a
seen it.
nice little.
It's free, right?
No, it's $8. but
Okay.
you
Oh,
can
it's the
buy-
par 3?
Yeah, it's 6 holes, and it's really well maintained. And I'm a snob,
Nice.
like I'm a course snob, hardcore. But it's really nice. You take a few clubs, a putter, just walk it a few times, get some good short game practice in. I love that little place. It's such a little gym right there, and literally it's right there. So,
Yeah.
Sneak out.
Do you get
over
there from medical center?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's right.
Yeah.
It's right over the. You take that right before you go over the.
Yeah,
bridge.
I feel the need to translate. For those that don't know and don't play golf, there's a little golf course called the Bloomfield Links.
Yep.
And it, as he said, it's 6 holes, par 3. It's just a little gym in the middle of Murfreesboro. Like,
Basically, they had open space, and they're like,
Dude,
Yeah.
it's great.
it's as you're going towards Broad Medical Centers, you go up over that main bridge.
just past the
that
fire
right?
hall.
Yeah, just past the fire hall. It's on the right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, very grateful that Old Fort's open again and they did a hell of a job with the renovation over there.
Nice.
It's so nice for a muni course. We're spoiled around here.
Yeah,
we really are.
And yet we take so much for granted, right?
Man.
And,
Sure.
and you get on
when it was
social
closed,
media.
it was awful. God, it was awful.
You get on social media, and City of Murfreesboro doesn't do anything right.
Right?
No, they're the
Dude, that's
worst.
They're
crazy.
terrible.
That's
Well,
crazy.
and then let's throw in, your simulators too. We've got multiple. I mean, I went with
Love JP.
JP at TN Golf Station,
all the way
and
from home.
Happy's has them.
Happy's has them. There's lots of
Golf.
other ones.
Mm.
But go to Golf Station.
Yeah, go to TN Golf Station for sure.
Shouts to JP and the
We
team.
love JP, but
Yep.
I can't hit it far, but it is going straight.
Yeah, it is. I've seen it.
100% going straight. And so
That's
I hit a 130 yard straight drive one time and I won the lottery.
Nice, you did it.
It's awesome.
I'm good in a scramble because I'll get it in the fairway. Just trust
then-
me.
Ask
you
Trent,
make putts?
I'm not good in a scramble.
Can you make putts?
No.
Okay.
No.
I'll work on that. Is that the strength I need?
Yes.
Okay, I need to
If you
make
make
putts.
putts, you're always welcome on the team.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna work on that. I'm gonna go to Bloomfield
Yeah,
and work on my short game.
Just take a putter. Just walk to each green and putt. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
Jonathan
I cannot
took a
chip.
hockey,
I can't get to the. I
I
can't
took
get
a
on the
hockey
green.
stick to a scramble.
Oh Lord.
and you
Happy
used
Gilmore
it
did.
every shot.
I did.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I
I'm
did.
not mad at that.
It was
that's,
fun.
That's
I wore a Hawaiian shirt. I drove the golf cart. I
drank
drank
a
the
lot of beer.
Did you
Yeah.
sing the Kenny Loggins? I'm all right.
No, I should have though. So, just other mundane stuff. What do we got? I mean, think about. We've got a podcast studio in a building with a brewery.
I mean, that was gonna be mine, but I felt like it was
That-
cheating. Being able to do this, so
Yeah.
freaking grateful. It's so fun.
Well,
And to make a living out of having
Pushing
stupid
record.
people sit in a seat like me,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, that and to me, like I love to just sit around and think of the things I never think of that happen in the world. Like all kinds of people that do things that I'm like my dad would always say, well, somebody's got to dig the ditches. Well, that's true, but there's so much more to that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
There's
a good
the
one.
guy-
I've
You got-
dug ditches.
You got to plan the ditch. You got to get the angles right. You got to get the drainage right. You got to all the things.
Gotta
Like
know
it's
how to use the instrument to make sure that the angle is right.
yeah. There's so many things that happen in our town that I'm just like, what?
And listen, make no mistake, there is a methodology to using a shovel.
Oh,
Oh,
my gosh,
absolutely.
yeah.
Trust
And
me on this
I don't
one.
have it.
Man,
Because
I don't have-
you will kill yourself if you're not, you know.
you don't know what you're doing.
Especially in this town with all the
rocks.
rock
So
and
much
limestone.
rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the
many
methodology in
rocks.
this town to using the shovel is don't. Go
Don't.
get a piece of equipment.
Go get
But-
what is that? The auger?
Yeah, either that or a mini X or whatever. But here's the thing: we just hit on something else. All that stuff's available.
Yeah.
I don't have to make a shovel.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or use a spoon.
Yeah. I mean, all that stuff is available.
Yeah.
I wrote the Greenway too.
Okay.
I love being able to walk around.
I'm
in safe
surprised.
places.
I'm surprised you didn't say the Barfield
Oh,
trails.
that's a given too. That's my sanctuary. I
Yeah.
love those trails. Shouts to Barfield Park.
Yeah, and you know I'm gonna say shouts to my buddy Nate in Parks and Rec. And
Yeah, our Parks and Rec, give them some flowers.
listen,
Like,
here's the thing: Nate
that-
Nate catches a lot of flack. He just happens to be the whipping boy sometimes. but Nate does a good job. They have a plan. They have a way to execute it. They have the staff to do it, and you know they don't like. It's not a revenue generator for the city per se. I mean, you do because you bring in some tournaments and stuff like that. But
Sure.
for the most part, that
it's a
stuff
service.
exists
That's a service.
for us to have a better quality of life.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he sees it as such. He sees it as a customer service position. Not everybody always likes his answers, and he has to deal with that, you know. But they exist to make our lives better, period.
Yeah.
Sure.
And that's
Our quality of living.
That's pretty cool that we have the ability to have a guy that cares, that's in charge of that.
Yeah.
I'm also grateful for the TV show Parks and Recreation. it's top 3.
Yes. Leslie Knope is my spirit animal.
She really is.
We need to get Nate on here sometime and do like a watch party and watch a couple of like clips and say, does that really happen?
Yeah.
Does that really happen? He'll be like, oh, let me tell you a story.
Yeah. Especially that one about all the different forms. Oh, I'm sorry, you filled that form out wrong. You're supposed to fill out the 2.34 push dash A instead of the
and you
dash
got to take
P.
it over here and get this one to take over here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's facts.
Yeah.
Lots to be grateful for.
Yeah. I as for what I do with event planning and nonprofit fundraisers and stuff, I'm grateful for the Walnut House. Like to have a
Shout
a
out to
venue
Ricky.
in the middle of town that has
Dude.
such potential
That place is incredible.
and such history. And I maintain it. Ricky and Logan and Carol at the Walnut House are the hardest working people in Murfreesboro.
And
I
they
support
give
that.
a crap, y'all.
Yes.
And
Oh my
they
gosh.
they care about our community
So much.
They care. They see what the mission of their place is,
Mm-hmm.
and then they do it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
that simple. This is
Yeah.
how we can help. Let's do
It
it.
can literally be anything. And let's be real, he puts up with me several times a year. So thank you.
But look, let's expand that. There are so many places like that, and we live in a very caring community here. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you go with Becky's places, you go with
Oakland
the
Mansion.
Oaklands, exactly. You go with them. You go with. I mean, we tried real hard with Cedar Glade.
Cedar Glade is something we should be very grateful for.
I mean, there's a
I'm
lot
very
of them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them. Middle Ground across the way, they host all kinds of stuff as well. And that's just the ones that I have in my little circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a couple new ones on Church Street that's got some really good space.
Luna's over here on Main Street.
old Main Street,
Used to
yeah.
be known as 527 Main Street, and before that it was just known as Main Street. I
yeah.
saw lots of shows there.
Yeah.
They donate their space to the Christmas Cowboy show that's coming up.
Yeah.
And that in turn goes and supports great nonprofits. Like there's just so much.
Cultivate Co-working, like they have a beautiful space that they open up for events and stuff and small businesses alike.
And I know we're leaving out some because
there's
a
so
ton
many.
of them.
Yep.
And let's talk nonprofits for a minute.
oh my gosh.
I don't even want to start naming them, so let's not start naming them.
2 years ago, I did a thing, and in Rutherford County alone, there was 937 or 973, I can't remember, nonprofits, like registered nonprofits with
That's nuts.
with the state. Yeah.
That is nuts. And I'm familiar, like personally familiar with probably, I don't know, 30, 40.
Oh, yeah.
And that's a
You can do more
lot.
than that. Yeah.
There's a lot of them.
Sure.
Like for one person to have working knowledge of what they do, know
Yeah.
the people, all that. So I'm very blessed to know that. But to then hear that I don't know,
Yeah.
Almost 900 of
more.
them.
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they do-
I got introduced to a brand new one the other day, Dow Street Music. Like they try to make music affordable. Like
We
because
had that one.
you think about like I want to learn to play violin. Well, I can't afford to buy a violin to practice on a
we
violin.
talked to them, right?
Yeah, that was a table talk episode.
Yeah. That's,
So
that's been a
just
minute.
that, you know, like
Isn't that that's Ron Alley's son, isn't it?
Ben?
I know Jill Austin from MTSU.
That's who it is.
Oh.
Yeah, Dr.
Is-
Austin.
Yeah.
That's who we interviewed.
Oh, who was the one that would Ron Alley's son and his wife have something similar?
Nice.
What one was that one called?
Well, you got Carpe Artista.
No,
of
it was
course.
something different.
Oh, I don't know. Shout
Yeah, I
out to
wanna
Ben
find
over there.
out.
Yeah.
Sure.
In Smyrna, yeah. And
Yeah.
Ben's got that cool. I don't even know what you call it, but the space where people can come in and rent booths.
That's what I was
Sort of
talking
like
about, yeah.
it's sort of like Painted Tree.
Yeah,
only
but-
it's smaller. What's it called?
I don't know.
I just went totally blank. I'm sorry, Ben. I apologize.
That's the one I was thinking of. It's
Yeah.
like a
Well, just that we have options on these really cool places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is totally escaping my brain, and I can see your sign in my mind's eye right now, and I can't read the words. But anyway, it's right there in the middle of Smyrna. Lots of cool stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was going through. I was like really trying to hone in on some graphic or some demographics and some just the total number of people and businesses and nonprofits that have been on STP associated.
Oh my word.
Dude, it blew my mind. It's over 100 nonprofits
Wow.
and over,
Which is still not 937,
I know,
by the
right?
way.
Sure.
Like, that's nuts, right?
right. And then the other was, I think it's like pushing 500.
Guests and
Like local businesses
oh wow.
or
Crazy, right?
entrepreneurial efforts, or I was like, dang, that's pretty wild.
That is crazy.
Trellis and Vine.
Trellis and Vine. Thank
Got
you.
it.
I knew it was something and
I was gonna
something.
yep.
Nice.
That's exactly it.
Yeah,
Trellis and Vine.
yeah.
Good job.
Good save. Thanks.
Hey, go visit Trellis and Vine in
It's
Smyrna.
really cool.
It is very
Really
cool. And super people that run it and that booth up in there. So, all right. Well, let's do this. Let's talk about some events. Here we are, Thanksgiving week. Thanksgiving is tomorrow. You've got, what is it, 5 weeks or whatever left in the year, 4 weeks to Christmas.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's a lot of cool stuff happening between now and the end of the year, or now in the very beginning of next year. Serve that one up to you a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's just kind of go through it. Let's go around and mention one thing, and then we'll just keep going around until we run out.
I'm really excited about. I know Cedar Glade is doing a Black Friday thing, but Friday night at Middle Ground, there's a little trio that's going to play the Charlie Brown Christmas.
I saw that.
That's awesome.
Is it Damaso Trio or something like that?
Yeah. As soon as I saw it, I was like, we got to get it, because that is such a thing in my it's not Christmas until I see Charlie Brown and they're skating on the ice. What better timing than right after Thanksgiving to be like, it's Christmas.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm so excited
Black
about that.
Friday night. Was it like 7 o'clock?
Yeah, there's
They're gonna
still a few
do the
tickets left.
Charlie
Yeah.
Brown Christmas. That's going to be awesome. I may slip over and do that myself and go visit there. So since you mentioned it, that morning, so
Bright and
this
early.
Friday morning, starting at 7 a.m., Cedar Glade is open. We've got all of our stuff on sale. We got beer specials, all that. We've got Full of Baloney doing their breakfast menu that they're piloting. You're going to do a lot of fun stuff with that.
What all does that include? Sorry.
He's frying eggs and doing fried bologna and egg sandwiches and several other. I think I've heard gravy of some sort. I may be making that up. I
just
apologize.
had me at fried egg sandwich.
Yeah, Nate, if I'm wrong, I'm sorry. But yeah, so they'll be here. We've got a bottle release. So check this out. We released this bottle to our Mug Club and Mid-State Brew Crew last night. So kind of a pre-release. If you're part of the Mug Club, then you get invites to that. But we've got a few cases of it left.
What's it called?
It's called Simich. And Mike Simich helped found the Mid-State Brew Crew, which is the homebrew club. And he passed away a few years ago, several years ago now. And so with every bottle that we sell, we're going to make a little donation, small donation, to St. Rose's Tuition Assistance Fund
nice.
for their school that the Simich family has set up and they funded. Mr. Simich sells hot sauce. And since Mike's death, which I believe he said was 7 or 8 years ago, they've raised, just from the sale of hot sauce, $79,000.
Oh my
Jeez.
gosh.
And
Is it
every bit
local?
of that goes.
You can find it local?
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God,
every bit of that goes
I'm going to get Trent some for Christmas.
to this
Do it.
fund to help with tuition assistance.
Wow, that's
How
awesome.
crazy is that?
That is crazy. And
really
it's
cool.
a sour.
Our beer is quite sour.
It is. I can attest.
Yes.
Very sour.
It's mellowed a little bit, but it's good. It's a traditional Belgian sour beer, and it's sour.
Oh, try it.
Yeah.
awesome.
All right, so there's my event, Black Friday. What you got?
Nothing really. We're trying to switch up Fourth Friday. Might start doing a little live stream from in here in addition to meeting over at Cedar Glade, but that's still in the works. But
That's a good idea.
yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool to have like a little live stream conversation. And then also, hey, let's go next door and hang out too. So we're working on that. And do have some exciting news with Nashville Fit magazine. We got some cool stuff in the works with them. Got to give a shout out to Terry and the whole team over there. We've been putting together like a corporate package that like incorporates all the stuff Nashville Fit magazine's doing in addition to the STP network, and we're going after some big fish. Like we got some big plans for 2025 to like actually
Cool.
like hit the HCAs and big healthcare conglomerates that have budgets to
Nice.
dream
big.
yeah. And I mean it's all kind of in the same vein, like make people healthier, spread the positive. It all works together. Bring the community together. So
Love it.
excited for that and some other stuff. But
So it's another event, Missy.
Well, actually, December 5th is a busy night. The Rutherford County Kiwanis are doing a cookie train where you can buy a box and just go around and get all the cookies that you like in a box to take home. And there's free photos with Santa.
Where's that going to be?
That's going to be at the Remington Room in Smyrna, which is where the Rutherford County Kiwanis meets. It's their first official fundraiser.
Nice.
They chartered this year. So
I'm grateful for Remington.
Yeah.
He's a legend.
He is, Remy.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's all right. But the same night at Discovery Center, the Junior League is doing their Festival of Trees.
Yes.
And the Junior League does a lot of good things in the community too. So, I mean, that's 2 opportunities to celebrate the Christmas spirit, get some photos with Santa, see some trees, raise some money for local stuff.
Well, I'm just going to keep presenting Cedar Glade stuff.
That sounds
Smart.
great.
So,
That's fun stuff.
And the
December.
cowboy thing. We plug Brian's thing.
Yeah, what night is that?
That's the same night, I think.
December 5th?
I think so.
Oh, no.
It might be.
Okay.
So, Christmas Cowboys.
Yep.
They play once a year, twice a year. I forgot 4th of July one.
Yep.
That's going to be at
Christmas in July.
Luna's. Yep. And so that's going to be a
Christmas.
good time. And is it fun? Who are they raising for this time?
Domestic violence.
Yeah, DVSA.
Yep.
Charity dinner and show.
Yep. So
It's on December 5th.
Yes,
Good night.
yes.
December 5th from 6 to 9 at Luna's.
hey, it's a good time.
Wow.
And shout out to the Alley. They donated the food for that. I'm sure we'll have some beer in there as well. So it'll be a fun night. So that was Trent's, by the way.
Yeah.
Since he said
I
that.
did one.
I'm going to go
Chelsea
December
Brown.
20th.
Okay.
So December 20th, we have somebody that has become a friend and an incredible human being playing at Cedar Glade, doing his Christmas show. He's going to do some of his own songs, but he's going to do some Christmas stuff as well. Mr. Bradford Loomis.
Woo!
And if you have not yet seen him, this will be the 3rd time he's played at CGB. If you have not yet seen him, do yourself a favor. Mark that date on your calendar. There's no cover. Get your butts over to Cedar Glade. And like, how do you describe Bradford?
Oh my gosh. So my first thought, and I hate to compare people to people, but my first thought is Chris Stapleton, like that gravelly, deep, soulful, big voice.
Yeah.
That's a
In
good
Hagrid's
start.
body.
In Hagrid's body.
Yeah. If I was casting an American version of Harry
Harry
Potter, he's my Hagrid.
Joyful, funny. Oh yeah, I can see that.
Larger
Yeah.
than life, dominates the room.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
Yeah.
Right. Just an incredible, incredible guy. And the story, man, let's sit down and have a beer and I'll tell you what I know about the story and you can
Sure.
add to that as well.
Sure. Well,
Just
that and he spends his like trying to help other people make a career out of what they love. So it's just such a giver. Yeah.
well, you definitely
how
want to
does
be
he-
here for that night.
How does he do that?
He travels around and does like living room shows and like
Oh.
does like he's a talented dude for sure.
Like
And
helps people music wise, or
Yeah,
like
like-
strictly music, or
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
that's really
check out the song. It's one of his older songs. It happens to be my favorite. But check out the song "Dead Man's Dance."
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite
That's a
song.
good one.
I love that song.
That's a good one.
And then
December 20th.
What's the song from the show? What's the name of it? It's escaping me right now.
Who You Are.
Yes, that's the other one.
Yeah.
Who You
He-
Are.
He wrote, yeah. for
Yeah.
his
So
kiddos.
check those two out, and you will not be disappointed.
Sure.
All right, Trent, you got anything else?
no.
Missy?
I got 2.
Okay.
December 15th, it's a Sunday from 3 to 6. Rutherford County Pride is doing a ugly Christmas sweater, Christmas cookie thing. I'm really excited about
Is
that.
it cookies or sweaters?
Both.
Both.
Or is it cookies in sweaters?
Wear your sweaters, bring your cookies.
Okay, and then put the cookies
In your
bunches
mouth.
and
Yeah.
they'll end up all
Cookie
over your
crumbs
sweater.
for later. Yeah. We had Friendsgiving a couple weeks ago. We had 80 plus people at our Friendsgiving.
Oh my word!
So yeah.
Sounds amazing.
We're panicking a little bit about Christmas. We may not have room for everybody, but we're so stay tuned. Find them on Facebook, Rutherford County Pride on Facebook and Instagram, and then my heart and soul is December 31st. The party to be at for New Year's in Murfreesboro. Get dressed up, come get your red carpet photos. We celebrate in 3 time zones. We go big. We have casino games downstairs, DJ upstairs, dance the night away, yummy food. And it's all a fundraiser for Nourish Food Bank, who
go.
feeds people in our community on a regular
some good
basis.
work over there.
They're doing amazing stuff. We love Norman and the team. And their new development director, Hazel. Everybody's got to meet Hazel. She's amazing.
I don't know Hazel.
Yeah. So December 31st, tickets are $100 a piece. Again, fundraiser for Nourish. Sponsorships are available. And at our events, the only VIPs are our sponsors. So we want to really take care of our sponsors. So
That's awesome.
there's still some of those available as well. So we're excited. And, Walnut House.
Yeah.
Hello. We've already
Walnut
talked
House.
about this.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to throw two more out. The next one is December 22nd. So our favorite tagline I've ever come up with is "Friends don't let friends buy cheap crap at Walgreens." Last minute.
Right. Last minute stuff. Yeah.
Procrastinators Craft Fair, December 22nd. It is a Sunday. It's going to run from 11 to 3 so that we still have time for trivia, clear everybody out, bring trivia in. But 11 to 3, we've got 17 different vendors lined up, everything from Damascus steel knives to plants to concrete planters to freeze-dried candy and Glenn Hughes art. If you've never looked at Glenn Hughes' art, it's awesome. Heart of Vinyl will be there, the record reseller. They do such a good job. And get this, new this year, I've got a professional gift wrapper.
Oh, that's huge.
So
That's huge.
most presents, she said, she can wrap from $3 to $7. So even if you don't buy the presents at the Procrastinators Craft Fair, bring your presents and she will take care of you. She's
That's
bringing
fire.
3 helpers. So it'll be 4 people wrapping presents. That is a godsend to me because
Oh my
I
gosh,
hate wrapping
that
presents.
sounds like so much fun to me.
Yes. So super excited about that. Whimsical Wrapping is the name of her business. Look her up on Facebook.
Okay.
That's great.
And you pay, you don't have to buy the wrapping paper. You don't have to buy the ribbon, the tape, the scissors. You don't have to buy any of that stuff. You just bring it in, let them take care of it.
Whimsical wrapping. Wrote
Yep.
that down.
And then the last one is our birthday. It's our 3rd birthday coming up. Our birthday is officially on the 30th, but we're going to celebrate it on the 28th. So December 28th, we're going to do some beer specials. $3 Maniacs. Maniac was our first beer. And so $3 for a 3rd birthday. And we've got Lindsay Beth Harper. If you've never seen her live, she is great, incredible song choice. Like her set list is awesome. And she's super talented as well. So it's going to be a little bit lower key than some of the others that we've tried to pull off. But I think it'll be more fun. So
Awesome.
Yeah.
anything else?
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh my gosh.
Man.
Yeah, and my shameless plug of blessings, pre-made turkey gravy. I don't have to make it.
Hey, there you go.
I've gotten good at making gravy. I love
gosh.
gravy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a gravy
I
connoisseur.
can do breakfast gravy, but I can't get turkey gravy right. Can't get it.
It's not that hard. We'll talk.
Okay.
Use your dry shampoo on it.
Okay.
Oh, that's questionable. All right. Let's take
Cornstarch.
it.
Hello.
That's right. Exactly.
Saves everything.
Hey, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you again next week. We'll get back to normal. Knives of Gratitude. If you want
Knives
to,
out.
that's right. If you want to get our weekly email, send me a message with your email address and we'll add you to it.
Yep.
Okay, bye-bye now.
That's it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of This Week in Real Estate with Jonathan Harmon and Bryan Nale, your go-to resource for all things real estate in Middle Tennessee. Be sure to like, share, follow, subscribe, and leave us a 5-star review. We will see y'all on the next one.
Now for the nitty-gritty. Primis Mortgage Company is a subsidiary of Primis Bank, a member FDIC. Primis Mortgage NMLS number 1894879, BK number 1042893, ML number 1894879. As always, all loans are subject to credit approval and product guidelines. Equal housing lender.